Alright. So here's a small sample of some of the parts that I've already painted and detailed. The Gatling guns came out pretty good. Of course, even though I applied, I put the masking tape over it, it wasn't thick enough to actually cover, and as you can see there's a little leading edge right there. Some worked, some didn't. I don't know. Somebody commented on my last video, and I'm going to give credit to the person who sent me this message because it actually made total sense, and I don't know why I thought about it. This is from a guy named Super Zorro 5. He says, if you're using acrylic for the metallic gray, why not try something similar to a reverse wash for the tips of the Gatling gun's barrel? That would have been logical. Didn't think about that. And I should look into doing more reverse wash in the future. But yeah, you're absolutely right. If I would have, well, I don't know about the acrylic. I would have to do this. I would have had to spray painted everything metallic gray or any type of metallic color, well, yeah, aluminum or whatever, but lacquer, then respray painted this tone of color in enamel, and then using a Q-tip or whatever, wiping it off so I could expose the the underside. I don't know about this though. This would be a little tricky to just wipe off. I can wipe off the tip, but then you have to be very, very accurate. And I don't know if you can actually do a reverse wash with acrylic, because if I'm not mistaken, I think the thinner is strong enough to eat through both acrylic and lacquer-based paint. I know it won't work with enamel unless you use enamel-based thinner. If anybody can shoot me a message on that or explain it to me in a better detail, or maybe show me a good example of someone doing this using acrylic and lacquer, I would be glad to see this and maybe try it out. But the idea was that is a good idea for future kits, of course. Thank you, Super05. I will take that to heart for future builds. So I'll have to make it a note of that. Cannon came out okay, somewhat. I was hoping to do a little bit more. I was actually thinking of doing some dry brushing. Prime 92 was bugging me with that, and she had made some interesting points about it. But I think for now this is okay. I'm gonna do a little spray painting on some parts that I missed, some parts that are oversaturated a bit, just to even it out. The other tone color for this, which was the olive green, it's a little too dark. Not too greenish as I expected, but the overall way it came out looked okay, so I can deal with that. Maybe I should have painted this side this color as well, but that's a little bit too much. I think this is fine for now. This came out okay. Alright. And I did a little bit of that olive color here on the antenna. As a matter of fact, let's put this on. I also detailed the eyes, as you could see there. Because this part is pretty big to show off the eyes. Let me just make sure I can get it in there without actually scratching the paint. Alright, so put that there. And I'm glad that I don't have to worry about sanding this down because I did it already, so that came out okay. There we go. The lighting is not too pretty good. Oh, the lighting is in a different angle, so we'll review it later on. The torso came out pretty good. Kind of like how this came out. And the thruster packs, fine. Maybe I could have done more with the thruster packs. This one came out okay, which of course if I put this one on, like so, it would look like that. I just want to review each and every part of this before I decide to put this all together, because even though I've done a pretty decent job for, and by the way, this is Zaku Aurelius corrected me on that this is not a scratch build. This is a kit bash custom build. Should have been aware of what I was saying, but it's actually a scratch. Excuse me, I have to keep correcting myself. This is a custom build kit bash. And this is actually my first, or maybe, no, excuse me, this is not my first. This is my maybe third attempt at doing something like this. I mean, I've done it with 2 other kits, which I'll show off later on again. But what do you think of this so far? I mean, it's a step in the right direction. It's new territory for me. I'm not done yet. I need to figure out a few things here and there and test it out. So let me continue with cleaning up and detailing this kit again, and let's just move on to final assembly. No, this is how the arm looks like, this is how the torso looks like. We're just moving on to final assembly now. Well, with all that said and done, with all the work that I put into, here is what my Gundam EZ-SR Custom looks like, fully, completely built. The 1/44 scale, high grade, Gundam EZ-SR Assault mode, I think. I don't know, I haven't thought of a name yet still, and nobody actually, well, actually some people gave me some interesting names, but I don't know. What do you think of that? Pretty good, huh? Yep. I could say this kit is done to a certain degree. Let's take a closer look. So, at closer inspection, you could see that the colors came out pretty good. It was a good choice of green, and of course a little bit of olive there. The waist part came out okay. Kind of figured that it looked better like that. Nothing in regards to trims on the legs other than the different paint scheme. But now I'm kind of thinking maybe this little part here should have been the little flap. This guy maybe should have been painted the olive color. The chest part is basic, of course. I was originally gonna paint a different color tone on that little on this little guy right here, but I said that's fine, we'll leave it alone for now. Head, of course, came out okay, and I did paint the eyes, as you can see. Came out really nice, and I think that was a good idea of painting the face mask that tone of color. Interesting. The olive green looks more gray, but I guess it depends on the light, because I do see olive green at a different angle, especially in the shoulders. You can see there. You see? Came out okay. Let's look at the back. Back came out okay with the back thrusters. I like. Came out okay. Nothing great. Don't see that much of the waist unit in the back, but you know, if If you lift it up, that's fine right there. Thruster's okay, and then detailed right there. Give it a little detail on that little peg right there, as you can see. The arms, of course, came out okay. That extra layer of piece right there. That was a good idea. And of course the custom work, of course, of the, well, oh, almost forgot, the side armor part, as you can see, that came out alright. And here's the Gatling gun. Pretty nice. There you go. Actually came out really, really good. Shoulder cannons. Come on, that looks really nice. I'm kind of like saying to myself, if I had an extra peg or something, I could have easily stuck it out a little bit more, but because it is banging against the back part of the thrusters, but regardless, it's still okay. So, yeah, it's not bad for what I just did. Pretty good. Pretty good indeed. So, I'm going to critique my own work, because even though it's done, I'm not happy with it. You know, sometimes it's very hard to believe. I'm not saying that I'm the best. I've never said I was the best. I say that, you know, I try the best I can. For starters, some areas of the paint got chipped off, especially here on this waist unit. Let me see this one here. That's fine. So the waist unit is 1, so that's easily repairable. I didn't see any other parts of the body other than that waist, so that is that's something I have to do a beeline. Some parts that I painted, the acrylic paint began to scrape off and stuff like that, specifically around here in the arms, which I did detail also. I'm going to try to do a little bit of like what do you call it, like a dry brushing type effect, maybe to cover it up, or I may have to remove the side armor here and then repaint it again, just a little pass. A little bit of dry brushing on the Gatling guns. I was going to detail this little feature here, which I'm sorry if I'm not showing it off. There we go. I was going to detail this little guy here, so I'm going to do that later on if I can. So that's pretty much it. There's certain parts of the kit that the spray, when I was spray painting it, oversaturated on area, so I'm going to recover that up as well. Probably want to paint the inside of this because it didn't cover right. So I got the Gatling guns, I got the arms, the face. Okay. Once I retouch up this, I'm going to give it the another coat. I want to give it a clear coat first, so I can give it a little bit of panel lining here and there, and so that will bring out the kit. Panel lining will be accomplished using Real Touch markers. Obviously, in these little parts here in the waist, parts of the leg, this part here in the knee, arm, of course, this part here in the area, and obviously the head, and that's pretty much it. So it's not done yet. I mean, hell, we're about over a week away, because it's going to be on April 2nd, the MosquitoCon show. But yeah, I'm pretty much done with this. This is pretty cool. Not bad for my, I would say, 3rd attempt at making a scratch, not a scratch build. I keep saying that, so I apologize. A kit bash, and I'm gonna put it next to 2 other kit bashers kits that I did work on a long time ago. My Enigma Zaku, which I really liked how it came out, especially for my first try. And then my this kit here, I forgot the name I gave it, but yeah, it came out okay. colors could have been done a little better, but yeah. But this one, it's a step up in the right direction. Kit bashing is not a science, it's an art, but it's an art that needs to be perfected, needs to be worked on. I wasn't actually thinking I was going to get this right on the first try. I knew I wanted to go a little further than I wanted to try. Explore possibilities using different types of techniques and weaponry. This came out the way I wanted, as I envisioned. I would have loved the thrust, the missile pack in the back, but that didn't work out right. So I would not mind a ballistic version of this kit. It doesn't have to always be missiles, but you know, maybe another kit I will put missiles on. But either way, this is a worthy effort for me to try kit bashing, and hopefully, hope you guys enjoy it when I bring it to the 2016 MosquitoCon show in Wayne, New Jersey. A little over a week from today. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. So, I'd like to thank you all for watching this lengthy build, of course. And what can I say but stay tuned for more Gundam Customs yet to come. You guys all take care.